Disclaimer: this video may contain content that might not be suitable for children. Parental guidance is advised. Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Parody Rest here, now known as Yankio because I just decided to change my name. I haven't been doing Let's Play in a long time. Like my last video was like 7 years. There's a reason for that. And the reason for that is because when I actually recorded the last video, everything got was gone, and that pissed me off so badly that I decided, no, forget it. But now that and then life happened and all etc. Now we're here. Now, what I'm gonna so to actually restart things off, I might go back to finishing those last plays. I will have to restart them from scratch, but now we're actually having a fresh start. So, as the first video, I'm gonna actually play Disgaea 5 Complete. It's out on Steam. It's also out on the Nintendo Switch. So if you actually want to play those games, go ahead. I already set the settings. I normally play with Japanese voices, but this time I want to try something new. I played the original PS4 version, but this time this time I'm gonna actually play the complete version because it has all the DLCs. Everything is inside, so there's no worry. And for a fresh take, it's gonna be in English. Okay, let's. This is the intro done. Let's move on.
A netherworld crisis of extinction-level proportions was perpetrated by the Demon Emperor, Void Dark. The historians of later generations look back in puzzlement at this historical event, the largest netherworld war, which erupted and expanded in a flash, and ended in just one night. Some call it the war with no victor, while others call it the war with no hero. The truth of this event remains a mystery to this day.
Huh, I never actually really noticed it. Now that I'm paying attention to the intro, because I just, even though I read it,
it's reckless of you to invade the territory of the lost.
Because I do read it, but I just noticed. Apparently, this entire game lasted in a day, which is surprising because I thought that took place over spans of months, because it's a war. I never actually expected it to be over in just a day. That's pretty shocking, actually.
I don't know which netherworld you're from, but we're gonna put you in your place.
Right. I will skip out the grinding. I will show some parts of the grinding.
Madam Seraphina, at this rate they're gonna annihilate us, dude!
The grinding I will show would be the best place to grind. Then afterwards, I will just cut them out. So you guys don't have to actually see the whole thing. And save all of us the time and effort of actually, I don't think you want to see me spend hours upon hours grinding.
What did you just say? I will not abide being annihilated. 1 sardine for 20 hours of labor. That was our agreement. Now, put your backs into it. Your soft, squishy backs.
Sounds... I never actually heard the dub, truth be told. Now that I hear it, Seraphina has a decent voice. She definitely sounds a lot different than the Japanese one.
1 sardine to fight a merciless battle isn't a fair trade, dude! First of all, it's impossible for us to defeat Demon Emperor Void Dark on our own,
well,
dude!
Technically, you can. Technically.
Though it's against my upbringing to sully my own hands, this once I shall unleash my overload-powered LP'er gaze.
And in comes our main hero.
Excuse me, you right there. What do you think you're doing?
Eating, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a fluffy rising dragon bowl with all white breast meat from a 1,000-year-old dragon lord, and its egg. It's delicious.
I'm wondering whether this is actually cannibalism, because you know everything is sentient in the world of Disgaea.
Right then, I'm finished refueling. Let me get rid of these guys.
Universe of Disgaea, not world. World would imply one world. This is a universe, multiverse.
You destroyed an entire squad of the Lost Army single-handedly.
Which,
I found my prince.
and I have to skip this because I don't want to get copyright infringement. So yeah. Who is this? We'll find out later. Prelude to Vengeance.
Episode 1, Prelude to Vengeance.
Prelude. And apparently this is morning. Early morning. Probably dawn.
Excuse me, please wait. My goodness! Please wait, Sir Killia! Do you have any idea how much walking I had to do to catch up with you? I spent 1 whole hour walking non-stop through the desolate netherworld that is blood-parched.
Oh, hour.
At this rate, my legs will be as rock-hard as a foolish gorgon who was petrified by a cockatrice.
The cockatrices are monsters that actually got introduced in Disgaea 2. They don't appear here. I can't remember Gorgons though.
Well, Madame Seraphina didn't actually take a single step herself, dude.
I will have silence.
If you want to rest, take all the time you want. I'm leaving.
How cruel, Sir Killia. Surely you mustn't be planning to leave me here all alone.
I'm pretty sure she is.
You decided on your own to follow me.
You are incorrect. Sir Killia, you decided on your own to save me from the lost. Now you must take responsibility for that decision.
That's unreasonable.
That sounds
I'm outta
certain, like a certain something.
Ugh. Why?
Why?
See?
Indeed.
You can't even dodge a simple attack. You must be exhausted, Sir Killia.
She actually has a point.
If you keep pushing yourself like this, you will never defeat Demon Emperor Void Dark. In fact, you're liable to
Because in
become
the
roadkill.
Disgaea series, you can actually see them being shot billions of times, and you'll just say, miss. Depends on level though.
This gate connects to a pocket netherworld set aside for my exclusive use. Now, Prinnies, please be Sir Killia's escort. All men are destined to dance in the palm of the hand of the overlord of gorgeous, Seraphina.
And welcome to the pocket netherworld. Here we can actually do a variety of stuff. We can go to the natural hospital to cure our wounds, and heal and revive. And there's the item shop, which is very, very useless. Mostly useless. And then there's the dimension guide. Now people that are new to Disgaea, to Disgaea itself, these exclamation marks will actually show events, we show skits. Sir Killia, you don't have to worry about being invaded by the lost year. Please relax and enjoy yourself. Dude. Sorry, but I don't have any time to waste here. Where's the exit? My, what an injury. You must have been wounded during a battle against the lost. No, I got this scar when you shot me. Sir Killia risked his life to protect me from the lost because he was seduced by my beauty. Yes, I know how you feel. You don't have to feel embarrassed. Uh-huh. It's natural for men to kneel before me. Are you listening to me? No, she is not. Now then, allow me to introduce myself, since I am going to be your master. I am the wealthiest in all the 3 worlds, Princess Overlord of Gorgeous, Seraphina. The 3 worlds actually meant 3 dimensions, which is the human world, the netherworld, and Celestia. There's a bunch of human worlds and netherworlds, yet there's only one Celestia. Yes, that has actually been established, I think in Disgaea 3. Or is it 4? Either way, The previous overlord, my father, tried to arrange marriage of convenience between me and Void Dark. I got pissed, so I ran away. You're an overlord, but you ran away from home? What kind of overlord are you? If Void Dark wasn't in the picture, I never would have had dirty my feet in blood parch. That's why I'm out to get revenge on Void Dark. He humiliated me. Call that getting revenge? Yeah. Not to mention she doesn't actually have a leg to really stand on, considering that, spoiler. I don't really consider this a spoiler because it's kind of stupid. It wasn't actually established that it actually happened. Throughout the entire game, you actually find this isn't even an important plot point, but the whole time you never actually find out about the whole marriage thing. It just gets pushed aside. Anyway, fine. I don't have any interest in who you are. Do whatever you want. Oh, not so fast. You are my servant. And you can talk to her again. And again, and again, and again. My, I just remember, Circular. Have you been saving? Yeah, I'm on top of it. That's my Circular. Save your progress and record your activities. However, Circular, people tend to forget to save from time to time. Would you like to take extra care and save one more time? I don't really think I need to, but you're going to be so persistent. There isn't any worry really because there's a setting that allows you to turn on the autosave. You can turn it off, but there's no need to unless you're actually going for multiple save files. But in the end, you'll still save anyway because there's a manual save and an autosave. It's best to save when you are about to manual save when you're about to stop because you never know what might actually happen. But you don't have to worry too much. Now you can talk to this person, and you can have her change Seraphina's clothes, which is this bunny outfit. It actually changes her picture status pictures, and you can change back. We're gonna actually keep this one throughout the entire game because there's not much difference. I am Mother Seraphina's assistant. I've served Mother Seraphina since she was little, and have treated her like my own daughter, so... I'll kill dirty little pests like you try to put your hands on Madame Seraphina.
Yeah, dude!
Ever since Void Dark appeared, many netherworlds have become so brutal. Netherworlds have changed, dude. Back in the day, you were able to enjoy being evil and live the relaxing life of a demon. Dude, war has changed. Man, that is a really old reference. Play video games for 3 days straight, not to wash your hands after using the bathroom. Look at girls recorded, dude. I want those days back, dude. But you can't do that. You're pretty. Preens aren't allowed to do that. The army under Demon Emperor Void Dark's control is called the Lost. You don't want to get involved with them, dude. If you encounter them, you have 2 choices. Obey or die. You either lose your freedom or your life, dude. I'm not trying to brag, but I pissed myself during that battle yesterday, dude. Yeah, you can actually talk to the residents and actually tell you a bunch of stuff. And here's a treasure chest. There are 3 treasure chests in the overworld at the start of every new episode. So at the beginning, and they're not really that great, but since this is the start of the game, you will want to take everything you can. This is a hospital where you can heal. This is the special content shop, which is where you actually get collect all the DLC stuff. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'll do that in the next episode, or maybe another. And there's the rest. I'm not gonna talk to everyone because there's no need to. What the heck, we'll talk to everyone anyway.
Yeah, dude!
Sorry, I have the sniffles. Drawing your attention is the last thing you want to do. You have no choice but to live your life as a possession, dude. Running away won't help. She'll pursue you to the ends of the human world, dude. Let's talk it out. We're demons that get pushed around as underlings in the netherworlds and Celestia, dude. Each Bruni is the soul of a criminal from the human world trapped inside until they're. Each Bruni is the soul of a criminal from the human world trapped inside until they work off their sins, dude. Boy, we have to work 20 hours a day for one sardine, dude. These are sweatshop conditions. How can I pay off my sins? And in Celestia, which they never actually mentioned here, I think, if I remember correctly. In Celestia, Preenies don't work for pay. Instead, they just do chores. They have to do a lot of chores. Now, this is the data shop.
Check this
You
out.
can check about a variety of items that you actually collected. Netherworld records, how many your playtime, maximum level, the character list, etc, etc, etc. The music records. This allows you to actually set the background music for your main headquarters, your base. I'm not gonna bother with it right now. And this is the memory shop. Here you can actually see cutscenes, events, cutscenes. You can even see the CG, which is this. And this is the trophy shop. Blah 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 blah. This one is basically, you know, trophies. Yeah, they don't do anything. These three don't really do much, except maybe the data, except for the data shop. The data shop allows you to actually change the music, like I said before, and now we go talk to this dude. Welcome, Rosen Queen, weapons, blah blah blah, which is actually useless. Personally, I find it useless. Why? Because if anybody who played the previous Disgaea games would know, there's no innocence. The only innocence are those, you know, the ones with the happy smiling face, the happy face, the laughing face ones. Because those are permanent. They come with the weapon no matter what. But everything else, you don't get anything. The only thing maybe you want to get are the slippers, because footwear increases your movement, the amount of movement you can have, which is always good. But other than that, they don't have instants, which makes the equipment shop not that useful. On the other hand, you can buy things in bulk. But in general, the base item shops are useless. I say that many times because it's very important. They are not very useful. They're mostly useless. Mostly. The reason why I say mostly is because, well, you'll find out down the road. Anyway, the item shops that are useful, it's still a good idea to actually buy some stuff, because you still have the customer rank, which allows you to buy more stuff and better stuff. And the item world has tons of items that have innocence. Now I'm just gonna actually talk about all the basics here. And here's the hospital. Like I said, this is for you to actually heal. You get to be healed. And depending on the amount of times you heal and revive, you can actually collect rewards. Basically, you have to actually take 3,840,000 damage and recover 480,000 SP and revive 300 times to get all the items. And like I said, this is a special content shop. You can actually get all the DLCs, you get the weapons, characters, scenarios, you get help for Preenies, and you get 1 million health. I'm not gonna collect those just yet. Do it later. This is the item world. You don't need to know about that just yet. You can talk to this.
I'll do it.
I'm captain of this pocket netherworld, Weaver. Speak to the dimension Brittany to go wherever you want to go. Yar. Also, we are busy planning facilities for embarking netherworld. This is gonna take some time, so please stay tuned. I can't do a female part voice. Sorry.
Are you finding my pocket netherworld comfortable enough, Sir Killia? How do you like it?
I don't have any time to waste in a place like this.
My, I can't believe what I'm hearing from someone who eats in the middle of a battle.
I just said this to
That
auto
was-
scroll.
It's like, haven't you ever heard that an army marches on its
There it
stomach?
is.
You're more of a gourmand than you project, Sir Killia. Well, as long as you're strong, it matters not to me. You could say that this pocket netherworld is Sir Killia's and my love nest. Please, feel free to use anything here.
Just so you know, I have no intentions of asking anyone for help.
That is simply not possible. You see, Sir Killia, you and I are connected by the red
So she
string of fate.
says.
It's more like a blood-stained leash than a red string of fate, dude.
You are mine, Sir Killia. Please, do not resist.
And what if I do?
All men are destined to become my obedient servants. Ha! Now, Killia, follow my orders.
Denied.
Huh? That's odd. Ha! Ha! Now you will find me irresistible. Even if you are an overlord, you cannot resist the temptation of my overload power, LP'er gaze.
What are you trying
Denied
to do?
again.
Nothing, Sir Killia. According to the information the Prinnies gathered, there are lost army forces in Bloodparch. Let's get going.
You know, despite the fact that they actually show that it doesn't work on him, you can actually get it to work on him. You actually fight him as an enemy, which is very rare. Also, LP'er is actually a Celtic god of evil, if I remember correctly. And I do remember that his eyes do something, but I don't know what it is. I don't know, probably sub time or something. Whatever. Also, yeah, Killer is level 3. Everyone is level 1. So,
Where would you
yes,
like to go,
there's
dude?
actually some precedent in him being that strong. He's 2 levels stronger than everyone though, so that doesn't really matter in the long run. Okay, time to enter. This guy. Do Bloodparch. I said this guy, man.
My, who might you guys be?
Soldiers.
What's wrong with you? Who goes around shooting at someone before finding out who they are?
Also, she duels wills here, and look at a gun. Yeah, you don't get access to that gun until very late in the game. Okay, move along.
I am truly sorry. Your social status is clearly lower than mine, and you seem like a small fry, so I'll take the shot.
This guy and they're known for breaking the fourth wall
Who are you calling a small fry? We are the aristocracy of
and are
Bloodparch.
common characters.
We are cracking down on anyone who looks suspicious and taxing them.
Aristocracy? But you all look so shabby.
Yeah, look more like bandits.
Their lives were probably ruined by the Lost, and they have since lowered themselves to being
Yeah.
bandits.
Whoops.
Aren't you guys demons
Weird.
too? If you really need
I don't know why you
some
suddenly
money,
skipped
then
there.
why don't you use force and take it? In any event, dirty bandits like you don't stand a chance of defeating Sir Killia.
What are you talking about? You're gonna have to fight too.
Standard trope for this guy.
Excuse me?
I've got something I need to do. I don't have time to protect an unsophisticated princess forever. I'll teach you the basics so that you can figure out the rest by yourself.
Are you telling me to do manual labor?
Yes, that's essentially what you just said.
If you don't, then I'm leaving right now.
Very well, I'll fight. It seems I have no choice. However, I don't have any fighting experience whatsoever.
You lie! You lie! There's no way you can actually twirl a revolver and then dual wield shooting. No, it's not possible. You lie.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, given how often you've been firing your gun this whole time.
To be fair, she has been missing though, so there's that.
Hey, how long are you guys gonna chat? Hurry up and cough up every hell you have, or you're gonna be sorry.
Seems like they're ready to start. Prepare yourself.
I guess I have no choice. In that case, I'll strip everything of value from those bandits.
And here's our first battle. It's a tutorial battle, and it will actually teach you the basics of battle. We're just gonna skip it because I know how to do it. There is some funny parts there, but I decided not to show it. I mean, come on, I'm playing the game. I've already played the game before, and you guys are the ones seeing me play it. So there isn't really a need for you guys. You can just get the game yourself. If you actually want to see the tutorial. But yeah.
All men are my servants.
And I'll actually be the one explaining it for you, so it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna eat you, dude.
Okay. Yeah. So basically what you're seeing is me just clicking the between characters and having them move. I've been moving them to actually do this, to set them up. And then do this, you pick attack, and have them pick to actually attack the enemy, obviously. And Killia weapons is the fist, which is a close range weapon, so you can only attack one panel. You actually take a look at the status screen. You can actually see. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's not. Okay, my mouse is not be able to show, so I'm gonna just do this. Okay, you can actually see the character's name, their class. Those aren't really important. It just tells you who the unit is. Shows squad, but we can't set up squad yet, so can ignore that. Okay, and there's HP, which is obviously your health. That goes to 0, well, the character is dead. You're gonna have to go to the hospital to revive him. And then there's SP. That's basically your MP, which is what you use to be able to use skills. And obviously, the lower your MP, the more the higher MP is needed for the SP is needed for the skill, the more it's gonna use. Blah blah blah. There is a way for you to die from the SP reaching to 0, but that's only on the Geo panel, which I'll explain later. Well, yeah. Anyway, there's a Geo panel that just reverses the stats, so if their SP goes down, you die. You can still die if your HP goes down too, so be careful. Now, below that are other stats, which the shoe icon is your movement. So Killia can move 5 steps. Show that. Oops. To show that, Killia. Click move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 steps in total. You can only move 5 steps. You can move anywhere, but so long as it is within 5 steps. You can increase the amount of steps by equipping shoes, which like the slippers that I showed earlier. The wing icon is your jump stat. It shows how high you can jump, and you actually look at the top right corner. It says 18 DM, which is how high it is. So watch, you go to this, and it increases by 8. Since Killia's jump stat is 20, he can jump up to 20 DM. I have no idea what DM means. It's definitely not diameter. But yeah, he can only go up 20 DM. The gun icon is the range. Killia is a fist weapon user, like I said before, and he can only attack one panel away from it. Like so. However, Seraphina's gun icon is 5, which allows her to attack from 5 panels away. Bows are also long-range weapons, and you see here 4, which means the mate can actually attack from 4 panels away. Now there's a difference between guns and bows, and I'm sure you actually noticed. Is guns can only fire in a straight line, while bows can actually attack in a within the panel range. So this 4, you can actually attack 4 panels away, regardless of where the enemy is. So let's say the enemy is here, the mate would be able to actually attack the enemy. Now, next to the gun icon is the hand icon, which is your throw stat, which is how far you can actually throw. Killia has 5, while Seraphina has 4. So Killia can throw 5 panels away, while Seraphina can only throw at 4. Next is that arrow icon, which is at 3. That's your counter attack icon, and as the name states, it means that you can actually counter attack. Killia can counter attack 3 times. Fist weapons increases the amount of counter attacks a character can use, and is normally by 2. So Killia's counter attack is actually 1, like Seraphina's. But because he's equipped with Fist, he increased to 3, so he can actually counter attack 3 times if the enemy attacks him. However, that counter goes down by 1 if the character themselves are attacking. So if Killia actually attacks this guy, that counter attack will actually go down by 1, but it won't be displayed. Unfortunately, it never actually shows. Likewise, if Seraphina attacks, since her counter attack is only 1, that means that if she were to actually attack, she won't be able to counter attack ever. And this guy has 2 in his normal state, which is pretty scary. Because that means that if I were to attack him once, he can actually counter attack twice. The mate has 0, that means she will never be able to counter attack no matter what. Preenies also have 1. And finally, that fire light icon is the critical hit. That means the chance percentage of how the percentage on sorry, I'm screwing up. It just shows how high the chances are for you to land a counter attack. Since this is 16%, that means Killia has 16% chance of landing a counter attack, while Seraphina has 10% and the mate has 13%. Preenies have 17%. This guy has 5% chance of landing a critical hit, so it's not really that high. Yeah, I'm going to actually explain all this stuff, that way I don't have to explain it in later episodes. I do still have to explain any other things, but since this is the beginning of this playthrough, so it's best to actually get this over with. Now, next is your status, and this one is kind of obvious. You got your attack stat, which is how hard you can actually attack. Your defense stat, which is how much damage you can take. Your intelligence stat, which is how high your magic can actually dish out. Your resistance, which is how much you can actually resist magic. Your hit stat, which is how high your accuracy, and your speed stat, which determines how often you can dodge. And that's not all. Unfortunately, it's actually much deeper than that. Killia uses the fist weapons, and fist weapons are determined by... Okay, it's not shown here. Fist weapons are determined by attack and speed. Basically, how fast you can actually throw a punch. So the higher his attack and speed is, the more damage he does. And it cannot be one-sided. It's actually have some kind of damage formula, which I am not sure how it's calculated. But just because you have high attack, you're not going to do that much damage if your speed is low. Sword weapons, on the other hand, rely mainly on the attack stat. So you don't actually... Excuse me. Burp. So if you don't want to actually have to deal with all the annoying, painful problems, you can just switch Killia to swords, because he actually has decent has A rank proficiencies of swords. I'll explain that one later. But yeah, So if you don't want to deal with that, but since his stat growth is more geared towards being a fist user, he's better off using the fist. Meanwhile, guns use. Actually, I think I can show it here. Yes, guns use hit. Hit is determined by determines how much damage guns actually deal damage. So you can actually ignore Seraphina's other stats, even if her attack would actually be at 0. No, you can't go to 0. But even if the attack stat would be at 1 or intelligence at 1, every other stat would 1. But if so long as her hit is high, she will still deal a lot of damage. Meanwhile, bows are working. Is a little like fists, but they're like guns as well. So instead of attack and speed, it's actually attack and hit. So the damage formula determined for bows is actually determined on how high a character's attack and hit stats are. Magic is dealt with by intelligence. Staff users are also dealt with the intelligence stats. There's also the spear, which is which, if I remember correctly, is the attack only. But I think defense is also determined how high the how much damage it actually causes. There's also axes. Axes, as you can actually see, axes deal damage with the attack, but they will have problems with their hit because equipping axe weapons will actually lower the hit stat, which will actually really harm their accuracy. So they will actually miss more often. And finally, there's resistance. The icons you can actually see. There's the fire icon, wind, ice, and star, going from top to bottom. Now, obviously, this one is obvious. Fire is the resistance depending on how much damage you actually take from fire. And then there's wind, ice, and star. Star is the non-elemental in Disgaea. So Kilia has negative 25 in his fire stat, resistance stat. So that means she will take 25% more damage from fire attacks. Meanwhile, Seraphina, who has a 50 in her fire resistance, will take 50% less damage from fire, and so on and so forth. Of course, that's not the only thing you have to worry about, because there's regular resistance as well, which can actually determine how much damage you actually take from magic. So if you have a high resistance, even if you have if the character has low resistance to that particular element, they will still be able to take less damage so long as their resistance is high. And next, introduced in this series, other series also introduced this, but you can actually finally see it now, is how much damage you take from weapons. It goes top to bottom. Fist, sword, spears, bows, gun, axe, staff, and monster type weapons. So basically how much damage you take from the enemy. And finally, you can actually change the page to see what weapons and abilities they are. I'll go into more depth detail later. But for now, this has gotten long enough. I've spent 10 minutes talking about this, so let's just get started. Now, I've moved the characters here, set them all to attack this enemy. You have to click execute, which will cause them to attack.
Being beautiful is a sin.
And voila, enemy's dead. Oh, as you saw the speed down, attacks from guns decreases the enemy's speed. So if you're actually finding a fist type, a fist weapon user, or a character that's just very fast, you can just attack them with a gun because they determined by hits. So it can they will have a high gun users have a higher chance of hitting the enemy, which allows you to lower their speed, which allows other characters to have an easier time hitting them. Also, as you saw earlier, that was combo attack. Combo attacks is what happens when you have at least 2 or more characters stand next to each other to pummel the enemy. Maximum you can actually have is 4 because, well, you cannot initiate a combo attack with range type characters. Unfortunate. So, and it's determined by compatibility. I never actually showed it, but I think I can show it now. Yeah, I'll show it now. Attacks is determined by compatibility. So if I would actually attack Killia with this training, the mate will have a 45% chance of initiating a combo attack. And also there's an accuracy which determines how the chances of how you hit. The maximum is always 99%. So, but I've already mentioned that, so no need to worry about it. I never actually paid too much attention because the higher level you are, the more likely you actually deal 99% chance of hitting. So no need to worry too much. Combo attacks have a chance of combo attacks deal more damage, and this is important, it causes enemies to drop treasure chests, which you have to attack to actually kidnap the contents, but I digress. Yeah, the main is not going to do much damage. Okay, what else is there? I think I've already said everything, so I'm just going to actually continue on now. As you can see, no one counterattack because they have low counterattack rates, and they've already attacked. Seraphina has already attacked, so she's not going to actually initiate an attack. Now there's a 60% chance of Seraphina initiating a combo attack, and it shows here. It also has Seraphina has 50% chance now. Depending on who is initiating the attack, the chances increase. Also, if the characters themselves are also attacking, the chances actually decreases. So it requires you to actually think on how to attack.
Let's go.
And combo attacks do more damage, so try to initiating as often as you can. And finally, we have the bonus gauge. Victory, F1! You did well for the first time. At this rate, it will be used to this very soon. By the way, there is something on the ground. What are those things? Those are spoils of battle. They're called stage bonuses. Tutorial stage bonuses. The prizes you earn for clearing a stage depending on how well you perform. During a battle, depending on the unit's actions, the bonus gauge will fill. The more it fills, the more prizes you get. It's this gauge, right? What can you do to fill out the bonus gauge? You can fill the bonus gauge by defeating enemies with combos. You should seek to attack an enemy consecutively with multiple allies. I see, so the more people you fight with, the easier it is to charge the bonus gauge. And what is this one-time battle? Bonus. The one-time bonus is set for every stage. It's a bonus that you can only get once if you've completely filled the gauge. Most of the time, it's better than the other prizes. Most of the time. Until you get it, the one-time bonus will remain. You filled it at 10 units. Keep trying until you get it. Now, what a good battle. Let's completely fill the bonus gauge. You can check the bonus list from the menu to see all the bonus items you can get from stage. If there is a bonus that you really want, then you should try your best to fill the bonus gauge. That's not completely true. You don't just need to dish out more attacks and do combos. You can also increase it depending on how many enemies you attack at once. That technically counts as a combo as well. So basically, it's not just you attacking with your allies. It's you attacking as many enemies as possible. Basically, hitting the enemy as many times as possible, which will increase the bonus gauge. It's possible to increase it all the way to the max. You actually use a character that can hit a lot of characters at once. But since this is an early game, you don't have to worry about it too much. Basically, what you want to basically all you have to remember is hit the enemy and it will increase the bonus damage. You also get an increase if you get that. Wait, no, you counter attack. That also counts. So basically, you have a bunch of characters that can actually counter attack. You can actually have them go against an enemy that actually also counter attack, and then try to get hit as often as possible. Simple as that.
All men are my
Hi,
servants.
reward ceremony? Is it for my beauty? Tutorial MVP. What am I talking about? This is to reward the MVPs of the stage. Characters who contributed the most to filling the bonus gauge are rewarded here. They will be rewarded with bonus EXP and mana for their efforts. It's a shortcut to getting strong. I'll keep strategies for filling the bonus gauge in mind. Yeah, unfortunately this is not that useful because your weaker characters will not be able to get a boost due to the fact they die very quickly in later stages. So it's best to just try to make sure everybody's level up. You don't rely on the bonus EXP too often. Killia, you can now use the recruited, dude. Hey, sorry, the preparations took longer than I thought. And a recruiter, you can recruit personnel that suit your requirements. If you feel understaffed, come to me. What great timing, Sir Killia. Let's take a tour. You can never have too many servants. Yeah. Oh, you talking to this guy? He will teach you about the weapons, but I'll be the one going through it, so you don't have to worry. You can also talk to this lady here, and she'll give you random advice, which is pretty good. But again, I'll be the one telling you that. But if you're the one playing the game, you can talk to those guys to actually gain more, to understand the game better. Okay, now let's talk to this guy. You're here. You can recruit personnel from other nether worlds who meet your requirements from here. What should I do to get more new servants? If you want to increase the number of characters, select the top option, hire character. You need money, to recruit them. But I'll give you the first one for free. My, how lucky you. Sir Killia, let's try recruiting. Sorry for the sniffles. First, select the class that you'd like to recruit. My, the variety is smaller than I thought. Why can't I just recruit a strong dragon? If you haven't earned the trust of their class, then they won't let you recruit. Eventually, classes will support you yourself the quests to submit, or if you get famous for fighting a loss. Let me briefly talk about the different classes. First, the Warrior/Valkyrie. Their duty is to fight on the front lines. Warriors use their endurance for close combat. The female, unlike the male, has high speed and specializes in hit and runs. She is also good with a bow. Next, Magician/Witch. They use magic from a distance. If you use the magic the enemy is weak to, expect high damage. The Magician is strong in magic, so he's useful for fighting stronger enemies. Although he burns through SP quicker, so don't use too much magic or run out of SP before the boss arrives. The Witch lacks magical power, but she uses SP more efficiently, so she can use magic non-stop. Okay, that's a lie. The witches actually have a lot of magical power. In lore, witches have plenty of magical powers. The ribbon they're wearing is what filters it. So basically, it's not that they lack magical power. It's that they are restrained, so they can use SP more efficiently. So yeah, they're just as powerful as mages. But I just wanted to point that out. Some demons are ridiculously strong against physical attacks, so you'll want a magic user in your party for sure. Next, the monks. They're experts with fists. They mainly fight by taking the enemy's attack and counter-attack. The male aims for strong counterattacks while the females are speedy and evade attacks for a truly offensive style. Next, the clergy/cleric. The healers. The combat abilities are weak, but they have a key role in healing allies. I wouldn't want to fight in a party that doesn't have any healers. The male specializes in support magic in addition to healing. They can cure ailments while they heal. The females have really strong healing abilities. Fighting a strong enemy, she will be a great help. Also, as they level up, they'll learn the all-inclusive curing spell, Espoir, which will be of great help. Ailments are basically cured by use of that spell or the item fairy does. You should learn it as soon as possible. Next, the maid. She specializes in using items. She can use items on top of doing other actions, so she serves many roles. Also, she can use the attack item, throwing knife, and then attack after that. Lastly is the Prinny. Monster characters like Prinnies are different from humanoids. The biggest characteristics of monsters is that they can use the magic change command to become a humanoid's weapon. The type of weapon you can become through magic change depends on the monster's race, so make sure this weapon suits the ally. That's it. That's it for the introductions. I say it a lot, but if you have magician/witch and a clergy/cleric, you're fine for now. Normally I would actually do create great mage, but since this is just an intro, let's have a healer. I wouldn't actually use it that much often. Next, insert a name you'd like to recruit a demon to have. Can you really find someone who needs everything we're looking for down to the name? Netherworlds are huge. Surprisingly, we can. Alright, I'll search for the name AAA and... Oh, there are actually quite a few. This is getting sad, dude. That's how they explain the character creation. Okay, let's use a random name. Oh, Candace. Candace is nice. Okay, let's use this. Candace. Next, select the capability. The better the capability, the stronger the demon will be. But it'll cost you. But it's free this time, right? Yes, but you can only select between good for nothing and comp. My, how cheap. Basically, these are your bonus points. -5 is bad. Try not to actually never ever get this unless you're trying to go for some kind of challenge, but I don't get what you will actually want to do that. Genius is the best you can initially get, but it costs quite a bit. Right now we can only choose incompetence, so let's just pick that. Next, the stats of the demon you want to recruit. Even if they're the same class, if one has a higher capability, then their stats will be higher than average. Their class price itself for their strength. You can ask for one with even more strength, or maybe one with stamina. On the other hand, a low capability monster may have lower stats than usual. It all depends on class. They are truly helpless. Sorry about that. Now, one thing I never mentioned. Resistance. Increases the amount of HP is healed from healing magic. Basically, the higher resistance the healer has, the more HP is recovered. It also works both ways. The higher resistant character that is being healed has, the more HP they recover. So yeah, basically healers is better to give them a high resistance. Next, select the level of the demon you recruit. You have to pay more health for higher level recruits. Alright, can we please get one that's level 9,999? It's free after all. There's a limit to what you can select. If you want to recruit a high level demon, you have to be equally strong. So if I want to hire a strong demon, I have to get strong. Also, the maximum you can actually recruit is 7,999. I know that because I tried to actually get an instant 9,999. You can't. Unfortunately, you can't. On the other hand, you might be able to do it in lower bonus levels, but by the time you can actually do that, you actually choose what's the term? You have to choose the highest bonus point. So, okay. Next, select the personality of the demon you want to recruit. This will not affect their stats, so choose whatever you like. In that case, I want someone who's loyal, smart, efficient, works hard, doesn't complain, and will work for free. That's impossible, dude.
Tia!
Ready? La la la. La la la. Hi. Cal, I'm doing this. Hi. Leave it to me. Let's do this together. Cal. Hi. I dream a lot. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I was keeping quiet because I want you guys to hear the voices. Yeah, this is basically just choosing their voices. So you can pick whatever you want.
Hi.
I don't know why this is pregnant healer, because she's doesn't sound like she's pregnant, which is weird.
Leave it to
I'll just
me.
pick the safe
Leave
one.
it to me.
And finally, select the color. This also won't affect your stats, so choose whatever suits you. Oh, I'll dye in my color. Yeah, you can't do that right now. There is actually a color shop, but that's unlocked later. But since she wants her color, let's pick this. I'll start recording with your selected requirements. If there aren't any problems, select yes. When you approve, you will be charged for the hail, so make sure everything is correct. It's free this time, so I won't lose any health. Yeah, it's free this time, so... And we have a free healer. Great job. Recruitment is complete. Hi, maintenance on the dimensional gate has just finished too. We have conventional forces for now, so I'll let you decide whether we'll progress or continue to recruit. Before you go to battle, make sure you don't forget to recruit first. Don't send them out battle unarmed. So let's just exit. Celestial Hostess has been added to the special content shop. Kunoichi has been added to the special content shop. Sorcerer has been added to the special content shop. Yes, more special characters that you need to unlock by going to this, which I will do next episode. So for now, we'll stop here. So, I hope you actually you enjoyed this episode. I'll actually try to update more. If you actually like it, please subscribe and press like. I'm sorry for people who actually watched my videos in the past. All 7 of you. I saw the subscription. Wait, I remember. Yeah, all 7 of you. So, if you actually saw my videos in the past, I'm sorry for not updating for a long time. Last updated video was 7 years ago. So, I'll try to actually do it more often this time. And thanks for watching. So, see you next time. Bye.